Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So, we got news about a new banner starting August 19th or the 20th, depending on where you live. Is this banner worth your time? The short answer is, for most of us, no. But I want to specify that this video is meant for those of us that are budget conscious and or free to play. If you have unlimited money, then first off, I don't know what you're doing watching this video, because as Kaiba would say,
Screw the rules, I have money.
this video is not meant to change your mind if you've already decided that Klee or one of the other banner characters are the ones for you. But for those of you who are on the fence, I hope that this video will be of some help to help you decide. Now, let's take a look at the banner and discuss why this may not be worth your time and money. We have Klee as the featured 5-star unit, with Noel, Shin Cho, and Sucrose as the featured 4-star units. Now, before I go into each of the character skills, I want to quickly go over approximately how many pulls you would have to do in order to get the character that you want. The first one, of course, the 5-star featured unit, in order to have a 50% chance of getting that character, you do need to pull 90 times. And that is, due to no any special math, is simply the pity rate. So there's no surprise there. But if we go into the 4-star characters that are featured on this banner, if you want to aim for any particular 4-star character, you have to keep in mind that it will take you approximately 60 pulls to reach a 50% chance to get that one character. And this has to be kept in mind given the limited resources that we have to pull for these characters. If we look at Klee's skill set here, courtesy of Genshin.gg, she has damage dealing for basically every one of her abilities. And none of these abilities really stick once you swap out to another character. And that is why we consider Klee a build-around character that requires you to field Klee in order to maximize her damage. Klee is an outstanding pyro DPS, but the problem is that because she is a 5-star character, she is very difficult to snipe without having to expend extra resources and potentially money on this banner. And for that reason, I think for those of us that are budget conscious, it may be a better decision to skip this banner for someone that is an absolute must-have for a team versus a character that is more for certain playstyles and not for others. Now let's talk about Shin Cho. And the reason why Shin Cho, in my opinion, is the character you would want to pull for the most out of all the characters is because of his E ability. Now, when you use his E ability, there are a couple of things happen. You have a couple of Hydro swords that surround your character, and when you swap out, these swords remain on the field. And what it does is that it reduces the amount of damage your character takes. It increases your character's resistance to interruption, and it also periodically applies hydro damage to the enemy so that you can then use other elements and spark elemental reactions from that. Now let's talk about Sucrose. So Sucrose is by no means a bad character. Her abilities can be considered very similar to Venti's in the fact that it provides crowd control. And these abilities keep enemies within a certain area to provide a chance to spark elemental reactions from her other teammates. And although it is very good on paper, the issue is that she is not markedly stronger than the Animal Traveler. And that is where we do have to keep in mind the limited resources that we have when it comes to pulling for a certain character. She does not fulfill a role that is significantly needed when you do have the Animal Traveler. So in many respects, if we are being frugal with our resources, she is not a character I would generally recommend to pull for. Last, let's talk about Noel. Now, Noel is a character that you should technically have on your roster if you did pull on the beginner banner. And I believe anyone who is watching this video should have already pulled at least 10 times on the beginner banner. So you should be familiar with her playstyle. She's a Giro support character. She uses a Claymore. She provides defensive buffs for your team. She can also heal your team. Now, again, Noel is by no means a bad character, but the issue is that she is not generally a character you would specifically pull on a banner for. And for this reason, I would hesitate to recommend to pull for Noel. She's a character that can be seen as filler, essentially, for this banner. So here is the final Klee banner review. I like to separate them into 3 categories. Ones that are must pulls, essentially ones that are worth pulling for. Ones that are maybe worth pulling for based off of your own composition, what you need on your team, and ones that are not worth pulling for. In order to maximize your Primogem use, I think it is always good to aim for 2 characters out of the 4 on a specific banner that are must pulls before you seriously consider whether you should spend your Primogems. And for that reason, I think this banner is a pass. You should save your Primogems for another banner. And there you have it, guys. Reasons why I do not think it makes sense to pull on this banner. Now again, this is disregarding any characters that you specifically like and want to pull for. You can disregard what has been discussed in this video if you're aiming to get a particular character because you like that character's design. This is not meant to dissuade anyone that wants to pull for that reason. But for those of us who do want to keep in mind how much Primogems is currently afforded to us and think about planning for the future, it is very important to pull for characters that will fit a role in your team. And for that reason, I do not think this is a banner you should pull on. I think you should probably save 4 other characters on a future banner that will suit your team better. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave in the comment section below. If you like this content, please do like and subscribe. I would love to put more videos out there like this. But in any case, if you do pull in the future, good luck to all of your pulls, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Peace.